Welcome back, guys. We've got some big law changes here. Now, they might not be permanent, but they're certainly here for a year for competitions that start after August the 1st. Some of them have been pre-trialled already. We can see some of them work quite well, but there are some new ones. What I'd like to know is, what are your views on these? Do you think they'll improve the game? I'll give you my view, and let's get into it. So, the first law is the 50-22 law. I really like it straight out of the blocks. It's been trialled already down in the southern hemisphere. So if you kick the ball from inside your own half, it's got to then bounce into the 22 and go out of play. You get an attacking line out similar to the rugby league style. The idea is you get players from the defensive line then having to cover back for that possibility, then freeing up more space if you want to run it as well. Now, potentially this is very powerful. If you can get an attacking line out in the 22, we know that's absolute gold dust. And normally, of course, you get that from penalties. But if you can get a line out like that without a penalty, just from open play, that's amazing. So I think this will really make teams defend it. They're going to have to guard against it because it's so powerful. Then that should make more space if they want to run. Will it turn the game into a bit more of a kicking fest? I don't know. I quite like it. I think the trial's been pretty successful. So I'm really looking forward to see that one. Let me know what you think. Second one, again, has been trialled and shown to work well, is when the ball is held up in goal. So the attacking team goes over the goal line and it's held up. You don't get a scrum 5 to the attacking team again to have another go at bashing over the line. I like this. It's a huge change. It gives the defender another massive tool in their arsenal to prevent a try. And it may well prevent defenders being so keen to get offside, off the line, to make those big tackles, because they know that even if the attackers go over the line, they've still got a chance to stop it and get the ball back or clear their lines at least. So that's pretty good. It should make attacking teams more creative. It should make them a bit more than just a bash side. The flying wedge, which again, there's another law to try and stop that as well. So I like it. There is maybe a downside, which is going to be hard for the referees to see if the ball's grounded. I can see players even more than they're doing now just swarming a potential try, trying to block the line of sight of refs and TMOs so they actually get the 22 drop out. That'll be interesting to see. Again, with all these laws, if they get then rolled out to lower leagues without TMOs, without official touch judges, it's going to be so much harder. But anyway, I think that's a good one. No problems with that. Let me know if you think maybe it won't work. Now we get onto the new stuff, which is pretty tricky, to be honest. It's around pre-binding and latching. So they're going to make it illegal to have 3 or more players pre-bound before the receiver gets the ball. Now, you can latch after the receiver gets the ball. That's fine. And they're allowing 1 player to pre-bind before they get the ball. But it still looks like they really don't want you to pre-bind, because they're saying that pre-bound player has the same responsibilities as a first arriving player. For example, they have to stay on their feet in the contact zone. Now, if you've done latching before, you know that it's almost impossible to stay on your feet. Essentially, you're acting as one entity to smash through the opposition and probably go to ground. So that's going to be interesting. If players choose to pre-bind, expect a lot of penalties for going off their feet for sure. So what you're probably going to do as a coach really is say, just don't pre-bind, but get super close. And as soon as they receive the ball, then bind on. Again, going to be really hard for referees to work out if they're pre-bound or if they've given enough time to then bind on. Anyway, could be a bit of a nightmare. My verdict is I like it really. I don't like just the bash type of play in the 22 next to the try line, trying to get over. I want a bit more inventiveness, playing a bit wider. So could work, could be a refereeing nightmare. We will see. And the final one is the lower limb clear out. Now they're trying to prevent injury here. We've seen horrific lower limb injuries, of course. Is it going to work? I don't know. They're trying to say if you deliberately target the lower leg in the clear out, it's a penalty. Good idea. But then what's deliberate? What's a rugby incident? It could be a bit of a grey area. I'm not sure if it's going to work. I like the intention. Not so sure about that one. Okay, guys, let me know what you think of all these law trials. What might work, what might not, and why. And I'll catch you next time.